A friend of mine used to have a pet parrot named Richard who could talk. He especially liked saying, "Really? Wow," because he had often heard my friend say those words when she was talking on the phone. Alex, the African gray parrot, was a famous parrot who could understand over 100 words and even count up to 6. Parrots can learn the meaning of words like peanut, and they can figure out that saying hello will get people to pay attention to them. But they can't really have a conversation. A conversation is more than just talking. Stay tuned.
Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic!
Hi there, I'm Dr. Eileen Kennedy Moore, also known as Dr. Friendtastic. I'm an author and clinical psychologist based in Princeton, New Jersey. I'll get back to answering questions from kids about friendship next time, but today I want to take a deep dive into how to have a conversation. Some kids find it easy to talk with other people, but some kids feel awkward because they don't know what to say. Today, I'm going to give you 5 conversation tips to make it easier for you to chat with others. First, get things started. If you're looking down or looking away, other people might think you don't like them or don't want anything to do with them. So, find your courage and try talking to someone. You can start a conversation by giving a compliment. You could say, "I like your sweater," or "Nice catch." You could also ask a question that begins with how or what, or just comment about a situation or activity you're both in. If the other person doesn't continue the conversation, that's okay. No harm done. At least you tried. Second, match the emotional tone of the group. If a bunch of kids are already talking, you can join in by making a comment that has the same emotional tone. So, if they're all complaining about the social studies test, you don't want to say, "Well, I thought it was easy." That would be like a sour note in a melody. The conversation was going along, la 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 la, and then, "Arr!" Now, you shouldn't lie or pretend you're dumb. That doesn't help relationships. Instead, you could match the tone by saying something like, "I can't believe there were 3 essay questions," or "I can't believe we had to do the social studies test the same day as the math test." Tip 3 is to take turns. A conversation is like a game of catch. If one person hogs the ball too long, it wrecks the game. So, if you go on and on and on and don't let anyone else have a turn to talk, other people are going to feel annoyed. If the other person is showing they're interested by listening, nodding, or asking questions, you're fine. If they're looking away or seem frustrated or bored, maybe you went on too long. You can change directions by saying, "Well, that's enough about that," or, "Well, you get the idea." Then ask a question to get the other person talking. Tip 4 is to share information that helps the conversation keep going. If someone asks you a "how are you" question, don't give a bland answer like "fine," because there's nowhere to go from there. Instead, you could use the formula great plus 1 fact. The great shows enthusiasm. The 1 fact should be something that creates a picture in the listener's mind. For example, if your aunt asks, "How's school?" you could say, "Great, we're learning about the planets and we're going to go on a field trip to the planetarium." That 1 fact creates a picture in your aunt's mind and offers lots of possibilities for the conversation to continue. If a friend asks, "How was your weekend?" you could say, "Great, my sister and I made cookies." What if your weekend wasn't great? If it's a close friend, you could confide in them about your problems. If it's someone you don't know that well, it may be better to find something in the whole weekend that you can honestly be positive about. Finally, tip number 5 is to focus on being interested more than interesting. A lot of kids feel anxious about conversations because they think they have to say something clever or impressive. You don't. The best conversationalists get the other person talking. Try to be genuinely interested in getting to know the other person, and remember what they say to show you care. You can even contribute to a conversation without saying a word, just by smiling, nodding, and paying attention. This has been Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic. You can learn even more about friendship through my funny and practical books for kids, Growing Friendships, A Kid's Guide to Making and Keeping Friends, and Growing Feelings, A Kid's Guide to Dealing with Emotions about Friends and Other Kids. They're available through your library or wherever you buy books. Parents, check out my online workshops for kids at workshops.eileenkennedymore.com.